pleasant good morning and welcome to the Sugar City
Investing in
Morning
the
Show.
people of our
It
country
gives me great
means
pleasure without no measure to be here in your company. Today is a Thursday, the
The 10th?
10th day of December, which leaves us 15 days away
Yes.
from Christmas. My name is Dylan Jones. First and foremost, I want to say thank God for another beautiful day and to say we are truly blessed to be here in your company, in your homes, your cars, wherever you are. Thank God for that. We've seen the break of dawn, and we need to say thank God for that. Before we do any other acknowledgements and any other thing, I'd like to say good morning to Emmanuel, and
Good morning, Dick.
glad to see you feeling better.
Yes, so much so that I am here, guys, and I'm not feeling the max, but
You're there.
responsibility is foremost, and this king. There's barely anything I would like more than to be able to stay home and rest, but that's not possible. Así que no rest for the wicked. Aquí estoy, and you said a mouthful. Before we do anything,
Yes.
we have to acknowledge the blessings that God gives us, and it's something that I've always advocated and continue advocating on a daily basis, that before we do anything, before we plan, before we say we're going, before we say we're going to do this, hey, God willing, primero Dios, because He's the one who gives us all the blessings. Así que I invite you to join me, compañeros, aquí con la voz todo raspadito, pero por favor, si me permiten, con su permiso, darle gracias a Dios y pedirle que continúe dándonos esas bendiciones. So, Padre, tomamos tiempo aparte para decirte gracias por todas tus bendiciones que nos das. Gracias por la vida en sí, por la buena salud, por las fuerzas. Padre, gracias por ese amor eterno que tienes para con nosotros. Ese amor que permite que nos des de todo. Y nos das y nos das y nos das. Nos das tu misericordia, Padre. Nos ofreces tu perdón gratis. Nos das tu justicia, nos das tu misericordia, nos das la vida. Nos das tantas cosas, Padre. Y nosotros aquí, muchas veces ni reconociendo de que todo viene de ti. Por eso, Padre, sobre todo hoy te pido perdón. Te pido, Padre, también por hoy poder ser digno de esas bendiciones que nos das. Te pido, Padre, hoy poder ser una mejor persona, más respetable, más respetuoso, más obediente, más dativo, más cariñoso, más amoroso con mi gente, con mi familia, con gente que pues siempre me quiere y muchas veces les damos la espalda. Padre, permítanos hoy ser mejores personas, más sensibles de las necesidades de otras personas, más llenos de la fe. Especialmente durante este mes de diciembre, Padre, cuando conmemoramos y celebramos la llegada de tu Hijo Jesucristo, para que esto nos influya y que podamos nosotros tener un despertar espiritual, que podemos darnos cuenta de que tú en tu amor eterno que tienes para nosotros nos diste lo máximo, que es tu Hijo, parte de ti para liberarnos y redimirnos de nuestros pecados. Padre, como siempre te pedimos para aquellas personas que más lo necesitan, siempre, para aquellas personas que están sin casa, sin hogares, sin comida, que están enfermos en sus casas, en los hospitales, donde sea, porque de una forma u otra estén sufriendo, porque están bajo adicciones, porque están rehusados y por su familia, porque no tienen dónde ir, porque se sienten deprimidos. Padre, llénalos de tu gracia y hazlos todos reconocer que es nada más a través de ti que se logra esas cosas importantes que todos anhelamos, que es la paz y la felicidad en nuestras vidas. Gracias, Padre, por todo, y te bendecimos y te glorificamos. Amén.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for those
Yes.
strong
Thank you.
leading word, of prayers for the day. Always a good thing to put a little reverence in our lives. Just some reminders that you can log on to our show on YouTube. That's at Sugar City Morning Show on YouTube. We're streaming live for all the viewers out there in the U.S., wherever you are, even in the office places at work. Good morning to you. And also you can log on to us on our Facebook page. Communicate with us by way of Facebook Messenger. That's at Sugar City Morning Show at gmail.com. Or catch us on Universal Radio 88.5 FM or 103.1 FM Sugar City radio station. Or call us at 302-2170 or 626, text us at 626-4882. That's for a little reminders. And we wake up this morning to beautiful weather.
Yes.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's not
Some
cold.
people still hope that the cool, they take out an O that is spelling cool, turn it into a D.
Yes.
You get cold. Some people they beg for the leak cold, man.
Me?
You know, you beg for the cold and you don't got cold. You can't take it.
True.
Watch out. Careful what you wish for.
But the flu is
Careful what you wish for.
Yes,
Careful what-
it's se empeora con las con
About this
frío,
time
but-
of the year I come.
But yes.
All right.
But
So
if your sister have it, and if your bleed brother have it, and if everybody at home have
you're bound to
it,
get
I
it.
am bound to get
Yeah.
it. This is very
So-
simple.
so make we hear what the weather look like today.
Right, and today, the weather report is easy. In other words, it's not complicated. It's very straightforward. Nothing much really is happening. So this is the report for today, Thursday, the 10th of December, guys. At 6 o'clock, the general situation was that a relatively dry airflow is prevailing over our area. And therefore, for the next 24 hours, it's going to be sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers will be isolated. The winds blowing from the north-northeast, 5 to 15 knots. The sea state, light chop to choppy. The famous words, light chop to choppy. There are no advisories, alerts, there's none. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for continuing mainly fair weather. Keyword, fair weather. The temperatures high temperatures along the coast today, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, inland 89, a little balmy today, up to 89. Up in the hills, 76 degrees Fahrenheit, guys. The lows for tonight along the coast, 76. Inland, 71. And up in the hills, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The tides, there will be a high tide this morning at 9:48. There will be another high tide at 9:08 tonight. I'm sorry, there will be a low tide at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then there will be another low tide at 15 minutes after 4, but then that is until tomorrow, Friday in the morning. The sun rose this morning because the report was generated at 6 o'clock, so they're going to report what time the sun rises. It's 12 minutes after 6. And the sun sets today at 19 minutes after 5. The moon sets today at 5 this afternoon, and the moon rises again beautifully at 6:15 tomorrow morning. So we want to thank Forecaster Rudon for that information. Compañeros, rápidamente traduciendo este reporte para beneficio de todas las personas de habla hispana. Este siendo el reporte del sol del tiempo y el pronóstico para hoy jueves y parcialmente para mañana también. A las 6 de la mañana el reporte fue generado que indica que la situación general es tal de que un flujo de aire relativamente seco está controlando todo el área. Y entonces para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad, parcialmente nublado hoy por la noche, y si es que tenemos algunos chubascos, estos saldrán completamente aislados. Los vientos volando del norte-noreste de 5 a 15 nudos en el estado del mar, ligeramente agitado. No hay ninguna advertencia hoy. Se espera que para mañana viernes por la noche continuemos viendo buen tiempo. Entonces las temperaturas altas para el día de hoy, compañeros, por las áreas costeras, 84 grados. En el interior del país, 89 grados. Y por las colinas, 76 grados. Las bajas por la costa, 76 grados. En el interior del país, 71 grados. Y por las colinas, únicamente 66 grados. Las mareas, habrá una marea alta a las 9:48 hoy por la mañana. Habrá otra marea alta a las 9:08 hoy por la noche. Habrá una marea baja a las 3 de la tarde, justo a las 3 de la tarde hoy. Entonces habrá otra marea baja a las 4:15. Eso es hasta mañana por la madrugada. El sol salió hoy 12 minutos luego de las 6 de la mañana, las 6:12. También el sol se pone hoy a las 5:19. La luna se pone, porque está fuera a las 5 de la tarde hoy, y la luna sale de nuevo a las 6:15, pero eso es hasta mañana por la mañana. Le damos las gracias a Forecaster Rudón y siempre reconociendo los buenos esfuerzos de nuestra gente ahí en Met Service, que se levantan desde muy temprano y laboran desde entonces para traernos este reporte para nuestro beneficio. Así que siempre reconociendo los esfuerzos de la gente del Belize Weather Bureau. Compañeros, hoy va a ser un bonito día, soleado, sí, periodos de nubosidad, no se pronostica aguaceros, tormentas, nada de eso. Lo que sí va a estar algo caluroso, 89 grados, pero afortunadamente no estamos en los 90s, final estamos en el mes de diciembre y pues va a ser buen día y también se supone que mañana también va a ser un bonito día. Así que gócenlo todos y con eso terminamos el reporte.
That weather report is brought to you through the kind courtesy of German Vegas and Sons, Albion's Bus Line, the Youth Connection Band, Hungry Man Barbecue, Aqua Purified Water, Honorable Gaspar Vega, wishing one and all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's to all family and friends. That's your weather report. And this station, it's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. We will take a commercial break, and we will be right back with more for you on the Sugar City Morning Show.
Belize, it's been 1 year since Digicel promised you more, and oh, have we delivered. We started last November with more promotions, offering you a special every single month, meaning you got more free minutes, more free text, and more free data. In December, we dropped 4G data prices by up to 75%. Now, more than 20,000 new customers take their Wi-Fi on the road. For text, we were the first to introduce a low price on our bundles, and we still give you more text for your dollar. Double ups are now from $1, and 17,000 more people enjoy double up every month. What about our postpaid 610 customers? Brand new packages with more minutes, more text, 4G data, and even free weekends at no additional cost. And that's not all. More sales and more specials on the latest cell phones, as well as more giveaways and more contests on Facebook and Instagram. Now, with our Old Bring New campaign, thousands of extremely smart customers are trading in, trading up, and joining Team Digicel so they too can get more. Wow, what a year, and we're just getting started. It's pretty simple. Always more with Digicel.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. live in full color. Buster.
How can I help you, sir?
Must get credit.
Is it credit that your problem? There you go.
Thanks, you saved my life.
Never be stranded again. Digicel prepaid customers dial star 77 followed by the pound sign and transfer credit. That's it. Save a life today with Digicel's Send Me Credit.
Already again.
Get more, do more, love more, live more with Digicel.
You know your baby is happy when wearing Bebin Pampers. Bebin Pampers in all sizes. Bebin Pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
With Digicel new combo plans, we share voice, text, and data at a low monthly cost. Hey, it's better when we all play together.
My name is Ken.
Sherry Burgess from New York.
Well, I believe we have come a long way.
The development it's really great. You know, the roads are much nicer.
It's so nice now.
More commercial buildings, more businesses.
It is nothing like the Belize that I see today.
I'm happy with Belize progress, and I hope they continue to do it.
As a young nation, I think we're growing, and what the government is doing so far is very good for the country.
Dean Barrow is the man, and he came in and do a whole lot, change this whole country around, and
he's doing an excellent job. They're catching up.
I think that Belize have arrived finally.
Everything has changed and developed so beautifully.
We're proud to be Belizeans.
All talk, all text, all night for just $1.99. Now through December. With Digicel's all-new cheaper night shift. You get unlimited talk and text all night for just $1.99. Just dial star 638 each night to activate. This December, go all night long, all month long with Digicel's new cheaper night shift. Expect more, get more. Always more with Digicel.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 7:21 inside the studios. Emmanuel, before we get into this situation at the port, quickly we want to mention that the government broke grounds yesterday for the forward operating base in the Starstone area,
Yes.
which shows that
The commitment.
The commitment is there, like the Prime Minister mentioned, and hopefully by March, no?
Yeah.
Hopefully by March everything they up in a place. Somewhere around kind of about 3 months, no?
Yes, approximately. But I don't recall exactly this saying 3 months. But it's the thing of note, Dylan, was that the people who were in the position of advising the government were saying, why bother with the Sarstoon Island, which is going to be very, very difficult to do the forward base there. So they're suggesting doing it on the north end of the Sarstoon, on the mainland, which is a much better strategic location. I'm not telling you that, I don't know that area, so I'm just reporting it as it is. It was reported yesterday.
But isn't that where the BDF decided
Yes.
they want to do
yes,
it? It's the best.
But we had heard previously that it's going to be on the Sarstoon Island to sort of like reclaim, or what you call it. But they said that the land there, the terrain there was very, very, very
rough,
difficult, and that it was soft, and that the area on the mainland is in a much, obviously if it's the mainland, it's going to be harder, it's going to be more, it's a better place generally for construction, And you have to think about the other side. Yes, you can take other measures to sort of like, what can I say, if you have sovereignty issues in that area, you can take other measures. You're there already, and your presence there in itself is going to stop any illegal advances from anybody else.
Right.
But one of the things that is bothering me, Dylan, and it's not so much the forward operating base, but the Port of Belize and the stevedore issues. Okay? I understand that they were saying that they are working on their retirement and their pension benefits, and that they're not going back to work unless those things are defined. But they couldn't pick a most inopportune time to do it than now, or with more severe consequences, as it is severe for the business community and for the shipping agencies, because I don't know if people realize the severity of the situation where the ship is coming down to Belize with the ships with so many containers filled with goods for the business people who have ordered and paid for these goods. I'm sorry. And because the stevedores refuse to take on the work of offloading the ship, then the ship has to go back fully loaded, back to Miami, and back to wherever it comes from, to Houston, or to Jamaica, or to Guatemala, because there's nobody to offload it. Now, I do understand that the Belize Chamber of Commerce has issued a statement saying that it is the most regrettable situation, and they condemn it in the most pronounced way, because you're hurting these people are hurting the business sector incredibly so, and then the government is not getting any revenues out of all of those shipments that come in, and this is particularly for Christmas. So what if there are certain things that are perishable? It makes no sense for you to get goods that are meant for Christmas after Christmas.
I think one of the business person mentioned it best on television last time, and they broke it down in a small change. If the painter they wait for paint, they can't paint, so there's no pay. If the construction worker they wait for construction material, there's none. They can't pay.
What if you have that person on contract?
That's why I say no work, no pay. So people are having a bad Christmas.
Exactly.
This is a serious thing,
It's a serious thing.
The whole system.
The whole
ransom.
At ransom, yes. And they say that they're not going back to work unless they get it. Now,
Then Ajimatura come my TV and say, me not tell him if you do. Please try for me.
I think that Audrey Matura, this is one time when she will be, if there was anybody who was leaning towards her in, you know, in the way she's defending people and so forth, because of the stand she's taking right now, you know, those people who are at the other end are now suffering immensely, because
Cruel boy.
It's terrible.
Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Yeah, hello. I think in the concern of those people, of those troubadours, there's a lot of Belizeans that need employment, that need jobs, that really would need something to do. I think they should get rid of those people that don't want to work and hire people that really need and want to work. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well,
but
I
then again, it's
heard
like
him, but in
unions,
all fairness, they are union members.
The union members.
And nobody want to work and feel like they get cheated out of what is rightfully theirs. You have to listen to the two sides of the story, but Christ, man, at least they can go up and go slow.
Go slow. Or at
You
least
know?
say, tell you what, we're going back to work because our conscience tells us that, you know, there's a lot of Christmas containers with Christmas goods and so forth. But as soon as January, I want to discuss this. And let's talk about our retirement and our pension plan. Hablando se entiende la gente. You know what I mean? But for them to take a stand and say, tell you what, big 2 weeks before Christmas, me not going to work, the ship they go, make them go. But what about it? If you can't upload it, make it go back. The element that we're saying is, what about, say, what if my sister is importing a container load of goods, and that container came to Belize on the ship, and then because it could not be offloaded, it went right back to Miami. Will there be a double charge to the customer? Who is going to absorb the freight, the extra freight on the second trip? You understand me? Is it fair for the shipping agent to do it for free?
Is it fair for the customer to pay?
Is it fair for the customer to pay double? Where previously you were paying $2,500 freight on this already, Belize Port, one of the most expensive. You know they charge you Belize landing charge, $500 US.
What?
$1,000 for a 20-foot container, very simply to pick up the container, the damn container out of the ship and put it on the mainland. $1,000. Hello. You know what I mean? It's one of the most expensive ports, and now they're holding us at ransom. They really are.
Somebody said morning, Dylan Emmanuel, regarding the workers at the port, look keenly at Ajimatura. Remember what happened to the cane farmers? Nothing good happened with the misrepresentation that Ajimatura did, and it is almost the same scenario. Well, he gave away on this one. If that's so, no. The land of a container turkey can't come in because then people, and you notice there are no turkey in the market. Thank you. We have no turkey now because all the turkey ain't gone back. 200,000 tons.
The shoes and all the pear and all the...
Mr. Bachman said he looked about to lose $500,000.
Toys, huh?
Mr. Bachman said quality poultry look for lose $500,000. And the reputation too. It costs more money.
You know the extreme loss there is for, because I just gave you one scenario. Is it right for the importer to pay double on the freight, where you're already paying for a 20-foot container $2,100 approximately US dollars from Miami to Belize, $4,200
but
Belize
more
dollars.
importantly,
And then,
she's saying
you're paying freight.
She's saying that Mr. Vasquez, they went back on their word. That is what we don't want to miss that. She's saying, are you saying that they agree upon one thing and they go back and do something?
Is that
else?
true?
That's what she's saying. I don't know if that's true. You understand me? Check it out, you see. You know? He said the man is so dishonest. I even asked him that in the meeting, the last meeting I had, I said, I've never heard about the plan where is it, and so I went through all the documents, we had the minutes, everything we have, There's none because in the past the way they did things, everything that was agreed in place, they signed in 2004, was the only time there was a mention of a pension. She's saying that the man is dishonest. That's a serious level.
Well, let's look at the other end, you know, for people working for 11 years to be able to get $800 or $1,000 max. Well, that's on the other end, if you look at it, it's despicable, but good Lord, man, I mean, I don't know. All I'm saying is, commit yourself to the Christmas season, and when January comes and so forth, you go back to your negotiations. But there's huge losses going on.
The business person spoke on the media last night, and she mentioned that December is normally a season where you get your highest sales and not carry through the MAGA season, I believe.
So those people don't have that capacity, no?
I don't know. Again, maybe it is a norm that believes that the Prime Minister have to get involved.
Yeah.
It is a norm that the Prime Minister have to come out and say something.
You think that at the end of the day, there are people as equally smart and wise but above all, serene enough to be able to sit with these people and to come to some sort of decision? I mean, are we so hell-bent on trying to get our way that there is no room for like flexibility? Is that it?
I don't know. All I know that it's rough.
Because imagine all the business people, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to sing the song, that all the business people who have ordered the goods for Christmas and the goods gone right back to the States, you know, and gone right back to Miami and right back to Houston, and the ships are not even coming. Así que va a llegar un punto cuando vamos a empezar a correr corto de ciertas cosas.
And I want to say the easiest thing for them to do for Ajuma to come apologize for the DV. You say, well, first I want to say it was say that our intention is not to make anybody inconvenient. The stevedores do apologize for anything that is collateral damage. You can't apologize, not pay your bills.
He says, and I understand you're saying that we're stalling Christmas for 11 years and their Christmas has been stalled. But for God's sake, you're going to hold a whole country ransom because of some stevedores who have not been, you know, there are certain issues when common sense must prevail.
Somebody say,
and the interest of the country, at large, must prevail. You can't put special interest, the interest of some people, as worthy as it may be, mind you, in crucial times like these, when Christmas, the containers worth of Christmas goods coming in from abroad are coming in, paid for, mind you, and they need to be going all the way back to the States or to the destinations, because the Port of Belize does not have stevedores.
So we're not going to no pretty lights for your new house for this Christmas, car.
Well, as far as I see,
garden the lights thing gone back.
Yeah.
You gone back?
Yes, it gone back.
No Westinghouse ball.
It gone back. And not only this, but it's a number. I mean, food items, guys. It gone back. It went back. I think
the trickle down effect not really touched the economy yet.
Oh yeah, because we have reserves and inventory reserves.
You know, touch it at one time. January come, I have to send home employees for a week, 2-3 weeks without pay.
Because those people who are expecting to make money, you're right, Dylan. Yeah. Those people who are expecting to make money out of those same shipments that have been stalled or sent back, they will say, boss, I don't got no money for pay you. I have to send you home. So, trying to safeguard the interests of some people is causing negative effect down the road, way much larger than the original issue. What's the sense in that?
Yeah. Mad sick, you call it mad sickly, them well, my friend Emmanuel, but I don't know, like, I just wish then I realized what damage they cause, man. You know, again, they say they punish for 11 years and if it ain't time vision, I can't do it.
At what cost? At what cost?
They don't care. But the news mentioned something about they might bring in Stevie Dawes from outside for work.
Did it?
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yes, something to that.
Which news said it?
I think I was watching 7
Okay,
News.
here it is.
Yeah.
Confirmed reports or newsroom suggest that the port may be bringing in stevedores from outside, and the police could be there to ensure their safe entry. Reports tell us that there is a CFS cargo ship harbored at English Key waiting to offload at the port of Belize. And once you mess with these schedules that these ships have, remember that we're talking here, it becomes international. It only becomes a local issue.
Yes.
People need to understand that this becomes an international issue, not a local issue. Because it must be the same way that, okay, the ship had to go back, or if it is delayed a couple of days, the same ship, remember, had to go back to Miami, and that ship had to maybe go someplace else. That's not happening. So, if that ship was supposed to go back to Houston and then go to Veracruz, if it's another line, we're just supposing that
I think the one that left here went to Puerto Cortes, I think.
Yes.
Guatemala, no? That's where he was sitting for a while. But the load enough for there. Big part of the load was for Belize. I mean, 5 containers of turkey, 40,000 broiler eggs on the ship. Went back. Mr. Bachman is talking about trying to see if we can move it to Mexico and then truck it into Belize from the border.
Or maybe overland from Puerto Cortes, from
no, he's talking about. That's what he's talking about.
All the way.
He's talking about Mexico.
And those things, right? And those things are costing extra money. So there you are.
No,
regarding the interest of the stevedores,
up to now,
then the repercussions are tenfold larger, 20 times larger, maybe even 100 times larger.
What they say this, man, está rough.
Está rough. Bueno, ¿qué le hacemos, verdad?
The decision, I don't know if they bring in Stevie Dawes from outside for work, that can cause problem.
Because they're already thinking about security for those people.
Beefing up security and.
For them, Stevie Dawes stand up and one start a
no, yeah, be problem.
Left, right, and
yeah,
center.
Be problem. Sit down at the gate.
Yeah.
Again.
And let me just quickly tell you one thing. You think Dylan Jones they make money? Go do a stevedoring job in Belize City. Those people make money.
Sure.
Oh yes.
Serious?
They are serious. They make big money.
A day's work for them?
Maybe $300 or more, or on a daily basis. So
what?
When they do care more money, I know this. I'm not telling you about everybody, but I know on average they make a lot of money.
I never know that, man. I never really questioned their worth, what they're working for. You know, I just look at it as maybe they feel like there's a chance there and they want to answer. But you're right. You're so right in saying why do it at a time like this. You come and do this. You come and do this January because remember shipment coming every month, every day, every week. You know. But why Christmas? Why that sound like somebody lead it.
All I know is that we're going to have negative effects, big negative effects out of this.
Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Good morning, Dylan.
Morning.
Good morning, Manuel.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Not bad. Dylan are here with the Crane One new team who represent a range of you here.
No, just to hear about that.
Next thing.
And you what?
Yeah, hello.
Next thing, regarding these strikes. When the traffic controllers were on strike, we had no one to take over. Train the VDF, man. Train the VDF to take up your traffic. Train the VDF to when we have emergency like this at the port, train the VDF to go and take over and discharge the ships, man. Train the VDF. We have a lot of money in the VDF. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's, you see, at least people looking for solution, Emmanuel. You know, people looking for solution. I mean, suggestion well taken, and stuff like that. So until then, Emmanuel, what can we do? We just go ask them on behalf of Belize to go back to work, man. Carry this thing to our next level, another negotiating level, man. Because if the hurt brothers, I understand, but have to really think about what damage they cause.
Because the damage you're causing is way so many times greater
and eventually
than what you're fighting for.
Yeah, come right back for your hand there. Because when the businessman can't buy the regular amount of container we usually buy, what do you want to have in discharge? You're going to work or sit down and not collect no pay. It's rough.
Is that rough?
It's that rough. 7:42. We'll take a commercial break and we'll be right back with more for you on the Sugar City Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Presenting Channel 10's first ever Christmas extravaganza. Join us every day as we celebrate our Christmas traditions here in Belize. Your hosts, Dr. Homero Novello and Emmanuel Martinez, are preparing 12 interactive and entertaining shows featuring traditional song and dance, folklore and traditional food enjoyed throughout the season. Make it a date. This is a show you can't afford to miss. Show begins on December 7th through to December 19th and airing Mondays through Fridays at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. until noon. We are sure to keep you entertained with live group music and dance presentations, raffles and big giveaways. Channel 10's Christmas Extravaganza, celebrating who we are as Belizeans. Merry Christmas, everybody.
When was the last time you got anything free? Well, with Digicel's new improved combo plans, now everyone talks free. With free talk in every plan and even more data for the same low monthly price. I mean, who doesn't love free? Free Sundays with our light plan, free weekends with our plus plan, free nights, weekends, and free calls to your circle with our elite and max plans, and even more free 4G data in our light, plus, and elite plans. Don't have a plan? It's easier than ever with low or no deposit for qualifying customers. Still the best plans in the country. Come in and start getting more.
Expect more, get more. Always more with Digicel.
Investing in the people of our country means investing in the future of our country. Working to build a stronger Belize, focusing efforts in areas where it was most needed, transforming the Belizean people through job preparedness and skills training. Almost 500 Belizeans from all over the country have received vital job preparedness trainings and have entered new jobs in the areas of customer service, marketing and sales, and in the booming business process outsourcing industry. We understand that the future of our country lays in the strengthening and the upliftment of our people. Transforming Belize, a government for all.
Belize, it's been 1 year since Digicel promised you more, and oh, have we delivered. We started last November with more promotions, offering you a special every single month, meaning you got more free minutes, more free text, and more free data. In December, we dropped 4G data prices by up to 75%. Now, more than 20,000 new customers take their Wi-Fi on the road. For text, we were the first to introduce a low price on our bundles. And we still give you more text for your dollar. Double ups are now from $1, and 17,000 more people enjoy double up every month. What about our postpaid 610 customers? Brand new packages with more minutes, more text, 4G data, and even free weekends at no additional cost. And that's not all. More sales and more specials on the latest cell phones, as well as more giveaways and more contests on Facebook and Instagram. Now, with our Old Bring New campaign, thousands of extremely smart customers are trading in, trading up, and joining Team Digicel so they too can get more. Wow, what a year, and we're just getting started. It's pretty simple. Always more with Digicel.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
How can I help you, sir?
Must get credit.
Is the credit that your problem? There you go.
Thanks to save my life.
Never be stranded again. Digicel prepaid customers dial *77 followed by the pound sign and transfer credit. That's it. Save a life today with Digicel's Send Me Credit.
Already again.
Get more, do more, love more, live more with Digicel.
You know your baby is happy when wearing Bebin Pampers. Bebin Pampers in all sizes. Bebin Pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
With Digicel new combo plans, we share voice, text, and data at a low monthly cost. Hey, it's better when we all play together.
My name is Ken.
Sherry Burgess from New York.
Well, I believe we have come a long way.
The development it's really great. You know, the roads are much nicer.
Streets are so nice now.
More commercial buildings, more businesses.
It is nothing like the Belize that I see today. I'm happy with Belize progress, and I hope they continue to do it.
As a young nation, I think we're growing, and what the government is doing so far is very good for the country.
Dean Barrow is the man, and he came in and do a whole lot, change this whole country around, and
he's doing an excellent job. We're catching up.
I think that Belize have arrived finally.
Everything has changed and developed so beautifully.
We're proud to be Belizeans.
like Christmas.
Presenting Channel 10's first ever Christmas extravaganza. Join us every day as we celebrate our Christmas traditions here in Belize. Your hosts, Dr. Homero Novello and Emmanuel Martinez, are preparing 12 interactive and entertaining shows featuring traditional song and dance, folklore and traditional food enjoyed throughout the season. Make it a date. This is a show you can't afford to miss. Show begins on December 7th through to December 19th and airing Mondays through Fridays at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. until noon. We are sure to keep you entertained with live group music and dance presentations, raffles, and big giveaways. Channel 10's Christmas Extravaganza, celebrating who we are as Belizeans. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Like Christmas.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 7:53 and we're joined here this morning by Mr. Rennie Quayle. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. He was here earlier this year, whereby the immigration system, how it's set up in the northern, or borders, I must say. The borders. Let me get it clear what Mr. Rennie is trying to advocate is for the system to change, where you have a more easier flow of pedestrians or citizens crossing the border, whereby he feels that quite a lot of draconian laws.
It's an inadequate law.
Inadequate
it serves no good to no one.
Good.
Right?
Tell us what's happening.
Okay, well, good morning, Dylan. Good morning to all radio listeners and TV viewers. First, we'd like to discuss this in a broad way.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
We'll speak about our Constitution, right? Our Constitution guarantees us our basic human rights, right, Dylan? So the basic human rights, if you are aware of it, are 3 points: freedom of speech, freedom of association, and freedom of movement, right? It guarantees us that we can go anywhere in Belize, and any law that contravenes that law is null and void. So we have to discuss this because of the way the border is situated, right? All right. So the Constitution is the supreme law, but yet we have another law that says it's an obsolete law, but law nevertheless, right? That when you reach a checkpoint, everybody must come out and stamp, and if the immigration asks you for your address.
But is that written or just a procedure where we follow because
it's a law, right?
It's written as a law.
It's a law, but we have to say why the law is there. What purpose does it serve, right? A law just can't be put there for nothing, right? What would be the difference if you go to the immigration officer at the point and show me your passport and go across, let's say just to the free zone or Jotomal and come back in a few hours, right? What's the difference if you just stamp it or not stamp it? You know, the only thing the stamp is doing is for the immigration to harass you.
You think
right?
so?
When you come back, they want to arrest you because you're not stamped. But what are the reason that they stamp? What difference does it do? What's the purpose?
Well,
I hope they're listening so they can call us and explain to the people why it is so important.
Well, they say I was stamped for going to Chitamal.
But why? You know, you have forgotten a reason.
Well, I guess because simply the documentation, but if they just stamp your passport, I mean, you go through, then in my view, then a waste of time.
They waste then time though.
But if you stamp you and then you write down your name and the time when you pass, then that's documented.
We're in the 21st century, Dylan. We're not in the Middle Ages. If you want to know anybody pass, put on camera. You know, you don't need to do that. put people through a whole hour and a half just to get a stamp. And at the same time, the officers get frustrated. They show people bad ways. No, not all of them, you know. I've said it already, not all of them. You have some very nice officers that treat you right, but some of them treat you vice versa, right? It should not be like that. They are public servants.
Because I can see where you're going. If it's just for a stamp, then they could have an officer with a stamp outside and a leave boot.
That's right.
I'll believe that, pop, go through.
Why not? Why not?
You know, show me an ID. And I guess, well, the card system, they have to enter into the data.
You see, the card system is not for your nationals. You see what the international law says? That any person can leave any country, including his or her own. And the only way you could stop me, if I am a threat to national security, if I have a communicable disease, or if I am a threat to somebody else.
One would say, for argument's sake, one would say really that we need these kinds of measures because what happened in the US when the Farouk and the wife come in the country, there was no really stiff check on them. Then I one of the few were slip in. They never put on no terrorist watch list. They never check them background and 14 body bags after, like what the chairman said.
Exactly.
14 body bags later with the question why they come in like that. So one would say, Mr. Quayle, we need the measure, the stringent measures.
No, you don't need that on your population. You need it on immigrants.
Okay.
Right? You check them. If they had checked the guy in Belize that was molesting those little boys properly, he wouldn't have come into Belize. But
and
they don't check those guys good.
And doctor way inject sperm in people.
Yes. You just Google it, you know, and you find it. You just Google it.
Yeah,
you don't have to stop the loan at the border. Where are you going? Boss, I forget my passport. You can't go. You know? I mean, how ridiculous that is. I have known people that have been stopped and can't go across because they forgot their passport. I know it because they talk to me, right?
I got a text in the week where I try to find it. Somebody sent me a text, something about they forget the password and they ask for a day pass and they never get it.
Clamping on nationals has nothing to do with human trafficking nor immigrants, unwanted immigrants that come to Belize. That has nothing to do with us. We as a Belizeans have a right to go. They as immigration have a right to ask you for your documents if they don't know you, right?
True.
Make I say your documents, boss. You have a passport, it looks suspicious. I go and check this passport, boss. You understand me?
Yeah.
That's what this thing's supposed to be, right? No, you can't in everybody through just for a stamp for nothing, right? Because I've crossed the border 1,000 times without stamp. What does it do?
Well,
nothing. Huh?
Yeah, you have
it does nothing.
A valid point there, and we to be honest with you folks, viewers, who we had set up an interview with the people from immigration,
and they didn't come
because of the time when they were supposed to come. It was election was called, and I guess they had extra work and stuff. So hopefully we could reschedule with them one of these.
It is frustrating, Ron. So people to go there and stand up an hour and a half or more.
Well, really, I think
when they can expedite it quickly.
If you could go there and talk to people who are here, so many hundreds and hundreds.
Yes, complaints because they come to me and they tell me, right?
And I know that somewhere on the internet we looked it up where it says that when you're coming back into your own country, they should.
You should be welcome.
You back
you should be protected.
Right? Yes, protected.
Protected by the laws of your country.
But they lock you up.
They want to lock you up and charge you $1,000. Like if you don't. Why? You have
but when we could talk about how this stamp business coming in and out come to effect. I know what whole thing with the income tax thing.
Right. These are all this permitting we have to take on was an agreement between Mexico, Belize, and Guatemala. For make you not encroach into Mexico without permission of your government, right?
Okay.
But Mexico has done away with that a long time ago. But we still stuck with it. You know? that should have went through the window together with that. Now, this that you have to go to the immigration and telling things stem from income tax law. If you look up the income tax laws of Belize, in a paragraph 12, chapter 2, somewhere on there, right? Tell you, listen to this draconian law. No person shall leave or attempt to leave Belize without you get a clearance tax certificate.
So leaving Belize meaning you go to Chetumal?
So everybody should take on, if that's what be the law.
So part of the law, okay, let me try to say this right. You could say they use it to their own convenience. Because if the law is saying that all of us should get
income tax certificate
from leaving Belize, it could be right the Santa Elena border once they left the country. But they don't use that again.
But how do I do that?
That's right. They don't use that again, but they keep the law there to use to their convenience.
Right, because it just they harass people. It make you scared for coming in your own country because you never stamp. Right? The last time I gone to Cancun, I gone for 5 days, and the Mexican guy say, you only go stay for 3 days, I come back, nobody pay me no mind. Right? But coming into my country, because I went with a friend that I knew, but he was transferred, right? I am afraid to come into my country. I'm afraid to make them lock me up. You think that's right?
Yeah.
What happened to the when they had the trouble at the Las Vegas casino there last time? What happened?
Well, as far as I can remember, the Mexican do some craziness over there.
Yeah, the Hindu craziness, yeah.
Run back
to Mexico.
And they stand up front here, protect here.
They protect here.
Lock up the Belizeans and the Americans. But we're different. For enter Mexico with firearm.
And because they show it, still catch on yours.
Yeah, they sit down.
No, the difference is this. The last time a crowd of people got Melchor, and people harassed them there. You remember? I don't know if you read about it.
Yes.
And it's a stone them with battle, and one of them get cut. And when they rushed back to the Belize side, they handed their documents to the immigrant, and that's the big thing, right? No, let's just say one of them is gone without stamp. They charge you. For coming back, even they don't harass you there, don't shame you up, right? And they ask the immigration officer what they could do about it. What immigration tell them? Nothing. We can do. Nothing. So when they come and tell you that we stamp you because we know where you're there and if you get in trouble, that crap.
Bogus.
That crap, right?
You have to admit that some areas really need, from listening to you and what is there, no? I mean, some areas really need to touch up because when you watch from the international
law,
right? And they say the right to enter one's own country has been the subject of lengthy debate because one's country raises issues as to whether citizenship is a requirement. Arguably, this right includes alien stateless persons who have a strong attachment to a state such that their view is at their home countries, for example, long-term residents. So it tell you that this is an argument where everybody have. So for make you come back in your own country, you need to be a citizen. Welcome you as a citizen.
And the United Nations say that the countries are obligated to accept their citizens. Obligated. Without punishment. No, you go right there for only stamp.
$1,000.
We don't do that. Just like they charge illegally. The same thing. They catch 4 Salvadorians, they charge them $1,000.
I send them back home.
Yeah. That's what I have to do.
Yeah. So in other words, what's the next move?
Well, we try get to a meeting with the Minister of State, Ms. Bev Castillo, so we can sit down and discuss this. Before we have to go to a lawyer.
So what would you like to see happen? I mean, you'd like to see...
Well, I'd like to see the freedom of movement. We be proud Belizeans, no? That when you come into your country, when you reach to your border, you show your passport if you don't know you. And when you come back, you show your passport, you come in. No, if you're suspicious and the lawyers are known, whatever be, a threat,
criminal.
Right. Well, then they could stop you and search you and do everything they want to do. You know? What you gonna do with the free zone workers? That's a ridiculous thing, man.
But
Every day
in all fairness to the free zone people, I want to tell you what I say. I was in line one Saturday morning like everybody else. Long line, they wait for cross the border. Thank God I never got no doctor appointment or nothing. I just went free flow. And I saw a merchant, a businessman, I must say, from the free zone. He never catch the line. I don't know if that's because they know he popular, but he just showed a paper. He never even stopped for me. He just showed it at the window and they make it gone. So I said, I wonder if that could be implemented for everybody who goes there.
It is a right. You see how the Constitution says? It is a right. We're not talking about privilege. We're talking about a right as a Belizean. That the northern border and the western border, not only here, anywhere. When the Mexicans, you don't see them pass, then you have to stop, right? Because if they made a check to like, chaos, right? Just like this idea. Huh? You know, it make no sense.
But they do have time when you're going into Mexico and you don't have that card, you have to catch that line if you're not paid that 50 pesos.
No, look, you have a choice.
Catch a line?
When I go across Mexico, I have it easier than when I come out of my own country and come in my own country, right? I have it easier.
Right.
Nobody dig me up. Nobody go search me in my vehicle. Like if I hide somebody, and then they go in and they contraband. This is ridiculous.
One of the things I see right now at the border, you reach up to the front door. Most people, I think the right thing to do would be to park in the parking lot outside, and then you come down, everybody drive, everybody go in and stand. But normally, sometimes, most of the time, the parking lot full. So you have to drive, take all your customers, your passengers, and the driver drive through the lead checkpoint and get in at the yard, the waiting area where they change pesos. But what I find so funny is that the customer officer, they watch you, they take the immigration, they take everybody out of the vehicle, and when you reach close to that immigration officer, they still open your door and...
Because you look like one criminal, Dylan. Because you look like one criminal. Huh? And
I just look for it like they do their job, man, you know.
But
and then I ask you, passport. I was like, my wife carried it, and I stamp the car, they drive. Well, you need to park and walk through. All right, mister, no problem. I mean.
But for what, Dylan?
When they say you have to walk through the building.
But it is ridiculous. It has no purpose. That's what they try to tell you, right?
Because when you go to a casino, they like say you have a stamp because...
let's just say you go to the casino, right? And you come out. Let's just say they will enforce your stamp, right? Yeah. And you come out a long line there. And you decide to not go in, second the line, right? And you go. When you come back, and they search that, in fact, they throw away that bloody passport or permit. Because they want to charge you. But you go take the next passport.
Because you don't got no documentation that you stamp gone.
Stamp does nothing. Because if I want to go to the States, even if I stamp, I could go. And what do they do? Nothing.
So what?
Nothing. It is like what Ellington said. Foolishness. I don't want to say that word,
Yeah, what you have said to the people who they say out there? Man, really, he just want to go through the border.
No, exactly not. If it had a purpose, I would mind. But I researched it. That's why I'm speaking, because I researched it and I know it doesn't have a purpose. It is because of the income tax law.
So we need to look into that. They need to look into that law and change it or make some adjustments.
Definitely. You need to be come in our country as a proud Belizean. If you grab 1, 2 here inside of you, you gonna clear. This is my country, right?
But figure, I just try to justify why they do this, no? I'm not trying to.
This has nothing to do with human trafficking.
But
nothing to do with whether I can help you.
What if they were saying that you have thousands of people that pass through the border every day and they can't monitor everybody like that?
Mexico, that thousands of people pass every day. Huh? And they don't stop no national. it's like we have problem, they don't have problem man, with trafficking.
Yeah, worse.
They don't have no problem. Huh?
Yeah, because in the taxi in Mexico, when we go to Mexico, we park, check in, but for the citizen just roll through.
Yeah, they roll through.
They slow them down and the people in the vehicle. And
I was watching a movie about 2 nights ago, then black and white movie in Mexico. When a Mexican was returning home, and he got the producer on ID. And you know what the immigration officer to the next one? I cannot stop a Mexican from coming into his own country.
I believe they stop it, no?
You know here, they lock you up.
12 minutes
Which
after,
other country could do that?
12 minutes after you do, I take a little commercial break and we'll come back to continue this discussion. You can call us at 302-2170 or text us at 626-4882. We'll be right back.
Investing in the people of our country means investing in the future of our country. Working to build a stronger Belize, focusing efforts in areas where it was most needed, transforming the Belizean people through job preparedness and skills training. Almost 500 Belizeans from all over the country have received vital job preparedness trainings and have entered new jobs in the areas of customer service, marketing and sales, and in the booming business process outsourcing industry. We understand that the future of our country lays in the strengthening and the upliftment of our people. Transforming Belize, a government for all.
Belize, it's been 1 year since Digicel promised you more, and oh, have we delivered! We started last November with more promotions, offering you a special every single month, meaning you got more free minutes, more free text, and more free data. In December, we dropped 4G data prices by up to 75%. Now, more than 20,000 new customers take their Wi-Fi on the road. For text, we were the first to introduce a low price on our bundles, and we still give you more text for your dollar. Double ups are now from $1, and 17,000 more people enjoy double up every month. What about our postpaid 610 customers? Brand new packages with more minutes, more text, 4G data, and even free weekends at no additional cost. And that's not all. More sales and more specials on the latest cell phones, as well as more giveaways and more contests on Facebook and Instagram. Now, with our old bring new campaign, thousands of extremely smart customers are trading in, trading up, and joining Team Digicel so they too can get more. Wow, what a year, and we're just getting started. It's pretty simple. Always more with Digicel.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Busta. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Busta.
How can I help you, sir?
Must get credit.
Is the credit that your problem? There you go.
Thanks for saving my life.
Never be stranded again. Digicel prepaid customers dial *77 followed by the pound sign and transfer credit. That's it. Save a life today with Digicel's Send Me Credit.
Already again.
Get more, do more, love more, live more with Digicel.
You know your baby is happy when wearing Bebin Pampers. Bebin Pampers. In all sizes. Bebin Pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
With Digicel new combo plans, we share voice, text, and data at a low monthly cost. Hey, it's better when we all play together.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Rennie, we were discussing earlier about several different areas where you are putting forward facts to show that things could change.
It only serves to humiliate Belizeans.
That's what you believe.
Degrade you, to make you a second-class citizen in your country, right? That's all that law is doing. Now that law is being watched by the Belize Universal Human Rights Group, and they are asking the party in power to please remove it, right? Because the party in power is government now of Belize, is still stating that they have enough reason because of the income tax certificate, right? Which is not being used. So they are not paying any mind, right? They're not paying no mind. What I'd like to see, if those at the immigration are listening, is they have a sign, right? When you walk into the immigration, I don't know if you see that.
By the booth?
Yeah. If you know stamp, when you come back, they could charge you up to $5,000. No, they charge one illegal, $1,000. But you Belizean could get charged up to $5,000.
But why I want to know that if they are thinking that the laws of Belize are just there, they pass their own.
Then they the laws are 1970s.
Okay. So
Right.
$5,000?
That are going to use them crank for.
1970, you know how much $5,000?
But I don't read that in the law, That when they put there.
That's why I ask you. I wonder if it is in there.
That $5,000 come from people who come in our country and work without a permit. Go get charged up to $5,000, but then put it there. For just
frightened you?
Yeah, frightened. What I don't know what on the agenda. They should change that sign there, mark. Have a nice trip. Come back soon. Because they want the immigration officers to know that it's nice to be important. It's more important to be nice. We can get along together, man. This don't have to happen like that. Because we've been doing this for years. Only when this administration comes, they say, well, here, rumors that they say, oh, then people are spile. I want to fix them up. And I start, right? And up to the day. This is the same.
I don't think that was spy. I think just about.
I just say what people say.
On their part, maybe you have to look at it that they are doing what they're supposed to be implementing the law. Now to advocate a change of the law is a different thing.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you, right?
Then they do,
but they don't have to do that.
To me, I don't know. I really have to ask them. Maybe when I get them on the show, is there a line in their work called discretion? User discretion.
It's supposed to be.
Because they're like, oh, I like someone you meet on checkpoint on the highway. To me, nothing wrong to have a checkpoint, but then Bali wants to check every vehicle, and then they obstruct the flow of traffic on an international highway.
Right.
Because this highway that runs through Belize is an international highway, bridging.
If you got one, if you got a checkpoint,
not
almost 1/2 mile long, you think the one where they bring something bad, want to catch a line?
So I tell
you go in.
You go in.
So you have to be conscious of anything there and do your job the proper way, right?
Discretion.
Nobody vexed with it. But anyway, we don't want to divert from,
Yeah,
from this one. Yeah. We dey talk about one right that is being watched by the human rights group. That's not me, you know.
So
it is being watched.
And they're
asking Belize to remove it.
Okay.
So you could have the freedom of movement. Because you have it affected general, right? That means everybody affected by it. So please remove it. They ain't paying it no mind. So somebody have to bring it up. Because I know about a lot of people who happen. Okay, look, I have a relative that went to road stamping, and he's a businessman, right? When he came back, the officer stopped him. And when he went to the one in charge, because you have the head, then you have the one
Port
in charge.
commander.
Yeah. He said, oh yes, bring her in, I will make one example out of him. You know? And only because this person may know the head, they couldn't do nothing. I mean, that is not a privilege, Dylan. That is a right. That is your right as a Belizean to come in to your country and be welcomed and protected by the laws of your country.
But I have one thing where say ignorance is no excuse to the law. As it is right now, you not change it, advocate for change. But you know if a stamp going out, you know if you never stamp going out and they catch you coming back, never like it. Why you never stamp going out?
I think, well, that's why they are, right? Because it is not necessary. It is a law that needs to be changed. It's a law that...
Based on your research, evidence is showing that it is no good.
It is no good.
Because it was implemented because of a tax system, but it is no longer used again.
And that, not only that, if you go and you go on 2-3 times and you're not stamping back, and one day you go back there and the immigration officer check your book, and he says, oh, stamps, you know, got stamp return.
No.
They won't lock you up.
No.
Yeah, they won't lock you up.
What?
I go to Mexico. It swipe me. And
Achha,
come back.
Well, it that
The man
happened.
say pass.
Pass, yeah.
Huh?
They
Pass.
swipe you.
And when I go back again, nobody ask me, what happened to this? You never
From
stop.
the
Nobody
time
ask
they
me
come back from so, that's when you don't go home.
Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, man? You're not going nowhere. If you want to go from Belize, you're amongst the 70,000
And
Belize.
I know what really too, only privilege when they give you the Mexico, you know, is, I've seen it, like people going to see the doctor. Normally when you're going to America, you're telling you're going to America, they give you a 72 hours thing. If you stay more than that, by right, they should charge you.
They don't do it anymore.
But no, listen, how they, to show you how flexible they are, people share this with each other, Belizeans, and this is how I know it, because it worked. All they did, I had relatives that went there for 15 days, couldn't leave, had to stay there for 15 days to get treatment from Merida. And somebody who did it before and got it from somebody and they shared, and they said, just ask the doctor to write one letter for you that you will need to stay, you know, for medical purposes, and you weren't really able to travel until such a time. Or else when you reach at the border and they check you up, so then they want to charge you, I think 350 pesos for the overstay. But once they get that letter and they read it, they tell you go.
The last thing I'm going to stay 4 days.
They tell you go.
Nobody tell me nothing.
You know?
Nobody, they didn't check me.
They tell you go.
One next thing, when they come through Mexico, when they come back home, right? I have 2 or 3 cards, and I have about 6 people. We come with passport, and nobody come out and dig you up and ask you for your passport. You come out of Mexico.
Yep, that's true.
When they go out of your country, then they dig you up and search you have to go in. I mean, it is ridiculous, man. Huh? I think we must do something about that. We must get it to some authority figure to listen, right?
In other words, all they're saying is that we need an easier flow.
And then the Guatemalan children,
they go to school, I believe.
Yeah. And the Guatemalan children live a halakte. But yet, you won't get locked up if you just go across and you want to come back. or just that the casino or the free zone?
I am laughing because when you really think of these
Yes,
examples, it is ridiculous, you know.
You can't.
One might think that you don't pay attention because, oh, you're the UDP and UDP not poor, but this is what is affecting people.
Yes,
it's not about party. It's about people. And I laugh because these examples are real. I mean, Guatemalan
soldiers living in Halakda in your country. No, you can't. You know?
Yeah, you can't go live in Mexico if you know properly documented.
What then do you know the in a department like the scandal when they go through? We know business with that, man. You know business will make them pressure you at the border say that. We know business with that. We know have nothing to say with that.
Yep.
Then the individuals that cause it, that's for them a problem. That's not we problem.
Definitely.
Go ahead, no?
Well, like I say, so what's the next move?
Well, like I told you, I'm seeking a meeting with Ms. Bev Castillo, right?
Yeah.
To Mr. Aragon. So we probably will have a meeting with
meeting, no?
So we can
present this case.
Yeah.
Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Morning, Dylan.
Morning,
Mr. Coelho.
Morning.
I so agree with Mr. Coelho what he's saying about our border. I believe that, I don't know if it's only Belizeans they treat that way, but when we are coming to our country, we meet people that are angry, that are frustrated about their jobs. I don't know why is it that they have that, or they take that job just to treat the people of this country. I believe we should welcome to our country. Every time we are coming into Belize, we should be welcome. I had an experience, and that's the reason why I'm telling you. It's a long time experience, 6 years ago, but it's exactly what Mr. Coelho is saying. My wife just had a C-section, and I took her to Chetumal for a second opinion, no? And on my way back, I decided to ask not to get her out of the vehicle since she was not able to walk, right, because of the C-section. Hello?
Yes, we hear.
Yes.
It's here.
And I got her passport and my passport, and I walked through the border, and the immigration officer took both passports and put it aside and asked me to move from the line. And I asked him, but why? Why is it that you will not stamp my passport? He says, because the other person needs to come down. And I told him, you know what, I'm going back to my country. My wife cannot walk since she has just went through a C-section. And he said that he's not going to allow me or my wife to pass the border. I told him, you know what, you cannot stop me from not coming to my country. This is my country, and I can come in with a passport or without a passport. I am a Belizean. I have an ID that can tell you that I am a Belizean, so I don't need to, you don't need to stamp my passport for me to come into my country. So when I told him that, he said that he was going to ask that I must be arrested. Tell him, you cannot arrest me either. If you arrest me, you will lose your job because you are violating my rights. You understand?
Yes, go ahead.
I walked out of the immigration, and I went to my vehicle, and I decided to drive across the border. And he met me at the checkpoint and handed me my 2 passports. This is what we confront every time we come to our country, and it's not only...
It happens all the time.
I know there are so much people who go through difficult situations in that border when coming back to your country. So why don't we find people to train these people, some type of public relations?
Well, you need to change the law too, because the law is outdated. It needs to change the law.
I don't understand why these people are so frustrated and miserable. They have a job. You need to be happy, smiling to the people who are coming to this country. The last time I saw a tourist turn back because, according to the immigration officer, a junior immigration officer, Belizeans doesn't allow this type of people to come to Belize. And it was a person from Ecuador. And that she needed a visa from Mexico. And she thought, but Mexican border has me crossing. Why cannot I cannot cross to Belize? So she was turned back with her husband and she couldn't come to Belize. And my question is, why don't we try to teach these people some type of customer service? The last time I went to the States, I was welcome to the States.
Yeah.
Even though they have so much restriction, right? But I was welcome with the have a good time in Belize and have a good time in the States, enjoy your stay, and thank you very much. I went to Colombia, the same thing. Why is it that here in Belize we are these immigration officers, some of them, not all of them, some of them are really frustrated, tired, miserable, and they feel like they own the border. Dylan, thank you very much, and Mr. Quayle, continue with that fight.
Thank you very much.
Well,
All
you
right,
see,
I'll give you our next experience.
That's a wonderful experience because now that he's just now that he's brought that up, I
You
really
understand?
I really honestly, personally, I don't have no problem flowing through the border. I get miserable to stand up in a long line for through like everybody else. But
if you have a business,
exactly.
you know,
But what I could remember one time for real, I could remember one time for real experience we had was we used to take my dad to the CRI center at least 2-3 times a week for therapy. So we traffic the border nearly every day, 2-3 times a week. And one occasion coming back, I pulled up to the checkpoint and the officer wanted me to come out and carry my dad through the building. I'm like, I can't walk. I tell him about so and so. But in all fairness, it wasn't a immigration officer, it was a customer officer. And he said, you have to, I tell him, boss, excuse me, this is how it happened. But no, I hear that back on. But I reversed and at the same time I saw an immigration officer and I said, man, I tell him, give the man a break, say, the daughter don't carry any passport, the man can't walk. But it is true that some of them really need to shape up. But it's the way I would say that it's the way that maybe they were taught how to do things,
I think they're supposed to read international law too, not only for the law, not only Belize law, right? Because we are bound by international treaties, right? We are bound by them too. So it's supposed to be the other way. When you are coming into Belize and an immigration officer stops you and locks you up, you should sue him for not allowing you to enter your country. Not he charging you, right? I had another guy told me an experience. They had 7 tourists in Corozal, right? They were in Corozal and there's nothing to do in Corozal, American tourists. So this guy, they were staying at his hotel. And he advised them, well, go to the casino at the border, man. So he got a little dollar taxi to Livan, and he called and he make carry the American. Well, they never take long when they come back. They never allow you to pass. Can't pass because of the American. Then they look for entertainment, They roam the place. Imagine.
Well,
Imagine. In the US, you go on visa, you go and come in. You got multiple entries. Nobody they stop you. Nobody they stop you from going and come out.
But really, I mean, I can't bat for everybody, right? But I bat for the Belizeans, I mean, you do need to look into this area for real because it is really frustrating. In his case, he called the man wife just come off for a surgery.
Yes. They do that to me already, but you see when I bring my grandson, they go in my country. They want to send me back at the night, send me back.
Even I feel like you're really kidnapped a Mexican picnic.
No man, the officers they have all rights for ask you for your documents.
Yes, that's what I said, but
ask you for your documents.
it should be more like a random thing. Use their discretion, train them for look.
When I go there, I usually go there. I drive up there. Boss, I'm going to cross here. Couple of them tell me, well, go through, man. So I know. Stop. You don't got to check in there for what, boss? Then I just go and cross and come back in.
Then someone like say when you go to casino, but they stamp you because what if you want? You tell you go to casino, you lie, you go there.
Yeah, you go to Chatoma. Like, it doesn't make any difference. That don't make no difference. You see the free zone workers where they go and they check them every day. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you do they check people, they kill time. You tired yourself when the next one come in, you vex. Because you don't check about 70 other workers, just they do nothing. Right? Nothing. Because if the man want to go to the States, he go jump across here, that's a Mexico problem. Once you're there, that's a Mexico problem. The immigration law, the immigration officer, like when you go in the States, they're supposed to make sure you got, before you board the plane that you got your visa. They don't have to stamp you. You got a visa, they can stamp you, you can stay if you want, and you can come back if you want. It makes no difference. Just frustrating people, and and degrading people, and making you a second-class citizen in your countrymen. It's not about me. You can see that it's in the international law, the human rights, they ask for it.
Your point's strong. Your argument is strong, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people share the same sentiment like you. I understand you may send a letter to the...
I sent a letter to Mr. Melvin Holmes, Minister
Garden Halls.
Yeah, Garden Halls. He answer it.
You know answer.
We write one letter to the man, nobody answer it. But I push through to try get one meeting with Bev Castillo. And hopefully she will help. I hope it hear issue. Well, thank God. Why? Listen, I want a sympathetic. I want somebody for start feeling for the Belizean people, and I want to be this party to do it. Right?
Definitely.
Right?
I agree with you. All right, very well. We are keeping in touch. I'm pretty much in touch with you on a daily basis, so we keep updates on the situation.
And you can continue the research and you will see what that is.
Definitely.
It's not about
so
me.
Let us make this clear. Already is saying that he's advocating for a more easier flow through the border.
The removal of that
that draconian law and the charge Belizean to come home.
What's wrong with you?
And stuff for $1,000 and $5,000 if you not stamp.
Come on, man.
Why? People go to the man go stretch a little last penny and you are charged $5,000 to come
back. I go to the border, all the border management know me, I go all the time. And the officer, someone has to look at him and they know me, man. Go through, sir. Right? No problem. Right? I go with my whole family cross, so I got to come with my whole family. Come back, check what happened. Nothing they done. Nothing. We don't have criminals, man. The Mexicans are better off, haven't we? So they go cross the border without nobody telling them nothing. You understand me?
All right. Well, really thanks for dropping by.
Okay.
Keep in touch.
I appreciate that.
And keep us updated on the latest.
I know a lot of people frustrated about this.
Yeah.
Right? I know it. Because they come to me and they tell me, right?
Okay, thanks for dropping by, Randy.
Okay, thank you.
This 20 minutes away from 9, we got to get out of here. It's Thursday. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. For Robert Chekiasha, our director, Morris Kokom on control, Rahim Wagner on control, Morris on cameras, for Randy Quayo, Emmanuel Martinez. My name is Dylan Jones. Stay safe, Belize. See you tomorrow. So long.